Hi everybody, I'm Bob Wilson, singer-songwriter in San Antonio, Texas. Running since 1968. This is my 172nd CD, and I just wrote this title right now. It's called Everyone's a Hippie. And it's true. I mean, first of all, okay, get the stereotypes out of the way. Let's knock that out of the way. My father hated hippies. He was a diesel truck driver, my dad, and of course he went all through California. I wish I'd gone with him. Went out, but he just hated hippies. But we have to, let's look back from 1965 to 1970 was the hippies. Okay, some of them didn't take a bath. Okay, free love. Okay, we know that. Okay, the hippies. Let me tell you right now. The hippies believed in peace and love. Okay, all right. They believe in the green planet. They were some of the first people about conservation and about gases and things that save our planet. Okay. They helped start the computer age. You know, a lot of stuff. The computer people came from California, man. The hippies were free thinkers. You know, of course they smoked marijuana, but the drugs these days are 10 times more powerful than the stuff they ever had then. Look at Woodstock. Woodstock, 400,000 people. Can you imagine 400,000 kids today for 3 days in the rain with no food? You know, no rapes, no killings. I think one guy slept under a trailer and accidentally ran him over and killed him. There was 75 overdoses, you know. A few babies born, you know. Let's give it, I think, if you agree, everyone's a hippie. Okay, let's talk about Woodstock real fast. Okay, the media, man, they hammered Woodstock, all this stuff, disaster and everything. The first site for Woodstock, the town said, no way we can have a bunch of hippies coming over here. Finally, they found a man. His first name was Max something. He had 600 acres, and he had farm and everything, and he said, okay, he'll do it. He needed they paid him $50,000 for work because of his hay and everything else, and he did it. And all the other farmers turned against him. They wouldn't buy his milk, they wouldn't buy his hay, but he said that these kids have a right. They're not hurting you nothing. Of course, we had the best music, some of that in the world. All the stuff you hear now is from the 60s, the free thinkers. You know, they had 80 lawsuits against them. They had lawsuits. The neighbors said their cows would not produce for 6 months because of Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix and Santana and Sly and the Family Stone and the Jefferson Airplane and all the great groups that were over there. It scared their cows so much they would not produce. The two investors, two young guys, put up $2.5 million. All they wanted was their money back. No one wanted to film Woodstock. No one. So these free thinkers, those hippies, got their own cameras and they filmed that. And they made an album of it. And after it, all the investors wanted was their $2.5 million back. So they were forced to sell the movie rights to one of the big movie companies. I forget what name it was. And they for that $2.5 million, they made $200 million on the movie and thing. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. Easy Rider. Easy Rider, it cost $30,000 to make Easy Rider. They had the best music, and it was from Los Angeles, California. They're riding two. They did a drug deal. They're riding two brand new motorcycles from Los Angeles, California, to Florida, but they never made it. They picked up Jack Nicholson on the way. He was killed by bigots and people who hated hippies. He was killed, and in fact, all three of them were killed. They are outside of New Orleans in the movie. They were both by two rednecks. They were shotgunned to death by being different. I mean, you know, there's something. If anybody wants to look at the Woodstock now, you can look at it. The Woodstock show, and look at Easy Rider, and it tells a lot about the hippies. Do you agree that everyone deep down inside has a little bit of hippie in them? Whether you're redneck or no matter what your lifestyle is, if you believe in peace and love, if you believe in saving our planet, if you believe in growing your own food, if you believe in free thinking, if you believe in computers, why don't we ever thank the hippies? They never do. And I never thank the hippies, man. Not from Bob Wilson. My daddy bought me a 1957 Ford. He bought it in 1969. He called me irresponsible, but I already messed up 3 cars, so I can understand that. I paid $250 for it. My dad passed away in 1992, and my 57 Ford's in the backyard. It runs. I got to do a little work. I want to get back on the road next year. I've had that car 50 years, but I'll always be a hippie. Peace out. From the Bob Wilson Nation,